Please load. There.
God, I felt my spine crack in fucking 12 places. It'd be satisfying if I didn't feel like I was a human maraca. Rattling fucking angrily. Hey, Dork. Sorry if I'm in a pissy mood tonight. I just dealt with fucking troubleshooting. Excuse me, for goddamn hour and a half. Not even sure if I fixed the fucking problem, by the way. The animals are... Oh my god. The babies are literally trying to give me love. They know, like, something's wrong. The juju is way off. Is the dinosaur hatched yet? No. Everything's okay. Then fucking breed. As Sneaky says, breed. For some reason, I don't know why, nothing in my head was like, hey, you should dodge that fireball. I don't even want to describe the total lack of apathy that just happened there. That's the kind of shit that drives to suicide. Oh boy. No, I'm not. I spent an hour and a half to, like, maybe not fix a problem. Which is like, on one hand, does my physical equipment work? Yes. I have established my physical equipment is functional, and I will be given time, provided I make it, to troubleshoot the day of to make sure everything works. But still feel like, hey, I might be punished for, like, putting forward a good faith effort, but the idiocy of other people and, like, not being able to verify independently. It's just, I don't know, man. And it doesn't help that it's like intro to finance either. It's a class where it's hard business applied math that makes sense when you study it enough, but you need to remember all the parts that you're comparing, and like I'm gonna already be cramming the fuck out of this to try and make sure, hey, you know, I have the knowledge in my head, and like, yeah, because I'm gonna presume that unlike other online tests where it's been open book or whatever, they're gonna be stricter about this one. It isn't even real world anymore. It's like, in any situation, you will have either an internet or an intranet to reference information, if my job has anything to say about it. So, while I understand you need to actually learn this shit, the rote memorization route hasn't worked in a while. But that's the angle they're gonna lean on, so that's the ball game I gotta play. I've learned that a lot this fucking week, is like, doesn't matter shit for fuck whatever you believe or whatever makes sense. It's the ball game that others want you to play. Whatever fucking man at the top managed to crawl his way there, he sets the rules. And if you want to get there, you gotta get promoted while skull fucking your way through the asshole of the world. Drag your ass up that trench. And then you'll be that man one day. And you'll be so fucking hateful and embittered against the world that you'll want them to suffer in the same way you did. And then you won't care. And then you won't care, and then you'll just be like all the rest. You'll be like all the rest of the people in the shitty world, treating each other shittily. Because that's how it all goes. That no matter how much perspective you have from the bottom, at the top you lose it. Whether it takes time, whether it takes embitterment towards the universe as a whole, whether it takes entitlement, now that you're the one, and then you look down and you're like, well, I don't want to secede this position of power I had to fucking claw my way up to get to somebody who just fucking, like, step on me once and then discard me like trash. Fuck no. Which is a valid enough point, I guess, but also, like, there's an interesting amount of collaboration and personnel work that could be achieved if we all just stopped this vendetta of, like, clawing at each other. If we stop being like the lobsters in the tank, you know, like lobsters in a tank, think about it. Like, you've got a certain level of lobsters, it's usually over halfway full in the tank. You think those lobsters can't physically escape? Of course they could. Lobsters or crabs in a tank or in a bilge or in the fucking hull of a ship could escape if they really wanted to. It's the act of each other, like, actively pulling each other down to be with the collective that prevents them their freedom from this hellscape of reality. And as I'm going with this diatribe, I'm like lightheaded and dizzy and possibly a little dehydrated, even though I've got like nearly a fucking liter of water by my right calf that I've been sipping at constantly. But it's not the belly that's dehydrated, it's the throat, because I've been talking for so fucking long. And because I've been talking for so fucking long, the more that I drink, I just constantly kind of feel like shit and nauseous. Because at a certain point, I'm like, well, I'm not actually absorbing the water in my throat unless I'm gargling it, and that's gross. Christ, okay, I hot muted for a hot second, but listen again. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? I can't go back through the stream of consciousness like 54 pages of sequence. You need to tell me where you left off or something, that we can pick the page back up and continue the storybook where it fucking left off, which was essentially starting at a basis of, hey, I'm pissed off, but I guess I have to deal with it because I'm playing another man's ball game, to, hey, I'm angry, and at this point the anger is making me feel like physically lesser, but the common recourse for that, which is water, is not as effective as it should be because I have been angry and depresso for so long at this point that it's physically affecting me for too long that it won't actually make a difference. Jack, I thought the point of this was to heal, not to dig yourself. I didn't say heal. What I said was I need this hate out of my body or else I'm going to explode. Stardew Valley is currently a canvas upon which I get to spread my hatred so that it doesn't get vomited up like a ball of paint that I swallowed when I was 6 years old and then kept disappointing me ever since as I learned more about reality. That I thought I could paint the world a beautiful picture with words, but then I just got dragged into the base identity and all the other shit. And I get to portray like one fragment of what's beautiful and 99 others that are kind of eh. And then like 50 other facets of shitty. And that's what the beauty of creation, language, and art gives you. I was gonna say, I'm gonna die of fucking slimes during my hateful diatribe. That would prompt me to want to slam the controller and say fuck. Yeah, you know, fuck. Like, that would be so bad. Like, I haven't been on a fucking ranting diatribe for the past 12 minutes or something. Just constantly in the need to, like... See, this is what I need. I need to rant. I don't need to calm down. My guy said, fuck. Better report him to the cops. These days, you would fucking think. I mean, trust me when I say I understand my language at work should not be like slinging cuss words in a public grocery store. Because someone's kid might be there. Or some adult might be there. But even when I'm talking with my coworkers, like I say it so infrequently that when I really let a good solid like fuck or shit fly in a situation where I feel like it's appropriate, they look at me as if I've like slaughtered a baby. Meanwhile, they're talking about like the raunchiest shit over in meat department because it's an all guys club. And the main difference they don't hear from me is because I'm physically distanced by like 50 feet in isolation, dealing with the seafood department that I'm fine with dealing with it, but they're also at liberty to literally just forget that I exist. That's happened. They've literally just like forgotten about lunch breaks and shit as far as like they just assume seafood runs, which is kind of a compliment to how I operate the fucking thing, but still is kind of shitty because I want to be able to fucking eat, you know. It's kind of important to me. Especially because all of this raging diatribe is going on in the background while I'm experiencing work. And the one solace I have, which is not a great solace, I understand, is the fact that I enjoy and love food. Which, of course, is obvious, like, you know, the whole bread makes you fat. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get fucking fat because I eat shitty carb-based food. But at this point, if I don't eat something, I'm gonna put a shotgun in my mouth and pull the trigger. Because that's gonna be the only thing that's keeping me from, like, the mortal coil shuffling. The mortal coil shuffle is a thought of like, hey, there's good food to be had and there's world experiences left to be had. If I start dieting, I'll be so depressed that I won't want to fucking leave my bed in the morning and I'll let all balls drop. I apologize first off. That was a lot. Also, I'm gonna die if I keep recklessly slamming myself against the shadow people. Let's put it this way. I will reiterate all points above previously stated, but in a much calmer way, so that it is easier to get across. One, that I am not going to, like, go to sleep and then never wake up, because that's not happening. Point number one. I am exhausted from having to deal with people for an hour and a half. Ooh, we'll get to this in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Dealt with people for an hour and a half. This crystal fruit jelly might actually offer me some much needed serotonin. And not only was it the fact that it was not, like, truly resolved, but as I sat there trying to work through, I was like, man, I really wanted to do some, like, Stardew or just mess around, but I also know that I should be doing, like, I have the first part of discussion boards due tomorrow, so that's the thing I should be doing. However, the key aspect of should, would, and everything else like that goes out the window when I respond to an email from yesterday. It's like, hey, you should make sure that you're signed up for a like the test for the exam so that you can schedule it so that it's not fuck you with your schedule. And you know what? You know fucking what? I didn't even fucking schedule the test. I realized that at the end of the fucking hour and a half is that I wasn't able to schedule the test that I specifically tried to log on, got stymied, spent an hour and a half troubleshooting, couldn't get an answer for the troubleshooting for the photo ID and all that sort of thing. And the important point with the professor was to schedule the test. But I couldn't do that for, like, I'm presuming an unrelated reason. And I emailed the professor all this, and I'm like, oh my god, like, there's so many things going on. I literally ended the email with something along the lines of, like, as you can tell by the long email and the time, I've been having a I've been having a go of it or something like that. So I want to send this off to you to make sure you're aware of the issue, and then I will hopefully come back to it tomorrow fresh and able to figure out the issue still outstanding. And, like, this is the first time I've used this system. Like, I'm midway through junior year, essentially. And I am gonna fucking hate this system if this is how it's always going to go. But here's a mod that I haven't actually explained in quite a while, which was better artisan icons. All of the jellies and wines have better appearances and labels aside from just, like, one and one. And there's corn. Sweet serotonin inducing corn. Good cat. You know what? Good kitties. Get water. There. It's only at my lowest I remember to water the dang cat. But okay. Alright. Mayo. Cool. Gold cheese. We save that. That's gonna be a good artisan good, you feel. This rare seed is a lost cause. I don't know why I decided to fucking hide the thing. But there it is. Alright. We're gonna need to at least start putting together some kind of Grange display. So let's think. Starfruit Gold is definitely very good for that. Gold Star Corn will probably be our vegetable. Cheese our artisan good, or maybe caviar. Autumn's Bounty is an option, but I think Pink Cake actually is usually what I go with. Provided I still have it. I do have a pink cake. I don't remember when I got it. Seems largely unimportant. So there's that. We're gonna keep the crystal fruit jelly because it is a thing for the artisan bundle. How are the fish doing? Seem to be thriving. Okay. Then breed, as Sneaky says, breed. I think at least a good part of that diatribe helped to channel the hate out. Because yeah, God, I was feeling all of that bottled on the inside, and it did not feel good. The other part of it was like work was along the lines of, you know, I left for 2 days. Thursday I was off. Friday, it was the literal ice storm that was raging across the country. And they told me, like, well, this is still going to be, like, a recorded call-out because, you know, not enough people actually, like, called out and left. And I'm like, bitch, I fucking span out in my driveway. What the fuck do you mean? But no, that's not what I actually said. I bottled that up, and I just said, you know, I do not care whether or not it's on the record. I'm going to be in a ditch. Do whatever you need to do about that, but I have a feeling that not only will I be in a ditch going to work, I'll definitely be in a ditch coming from work. However many hours that is. And what I really don't want on any given day is not only the prospect of leaving work during a snowstorm, it's coming back from work after a snowstorm is hit, because I don't know for sure when my plow guy is going to come. Now, granted, no knock to the plow guy. He's been pretty good. I mean, he knows his stuff. Not only does he know his stuff, but he's taking pretty good care of us. He even tried to plow us during the ice storm, even though it was like a futile effort. Now, whether or not he charged us for that, I don't know. But he tried. There was an attempt. I think. Maybe it was just someone else's tire tracks. I'll be honest, I'm kind of tired and a little loopy at this point, so. Also, guy, where the fuck is there a hair in my eye? Where'd that even come from? It's like a long hair too. Like, it can't be mine. Whatever, man. Universe is weird. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where it's like a very long hair. But sometimes you don't realize how long your hair is until it's, like, pulled out from the root. So definitely need yams. Should keep the bok choy and the eggplant. At least some of it. I've got 2 silver. Let's see what we're keeping. We'll keep like half a thing of regular corn. Keep the bok choy. Keep the eggplant. Having all, like, it looks like hoarding, and I'll admit, like, part of it is hoarding in terms of having so much, like, little bits of every food. But boy howdy, when people request it, do you feel like a god? Ooh. Here, drink water, chill out. I should also check the journal.
Cave patrol. Okay. I was like, I feel like normally I would leave myself a clue in my inventory bar about what's going on, so that when I come back I have kind of an idea of what's up. I didn't do that, so I was very, like, unsure of myself there. Okay, so eventually what I want to do, and I might wait until the greenhouse is set up so I can do it in there, is I want to be able to have one of each sapling on the farm. I think pumpkin seeds are the smart choice for just investing a lot of money. Which means we have now entered stage 3. But automation is going to be carrying us in terms of, like, making pumpkin juice or making fruit wine. Late stage 3 capitalism or late stage capitalism. I don't know why that's funny to me. It's just, we've entered it, I guess. I don't know. Farmers making the shit from Harry Potter. Also, I found some wayward corn. Hopper's empty. Good. Alright. We keep expanding into the grasses. First order of business is just cover any ground that I've left, like, accidentally exposed. Which is more than you think. Alright. Now then, I need wood, fiber, coal, should leave like half the coal in there, but to be fair, we don't have much more smelting to do. And I should take some stone with me. And you know what? I completely forgot the point of this exercise, which was, hey, I should also grab stuff to, you know, make the sprinklers too. That's okay. Being an architect of the layout is important. 6, 7. First off, I need to know how many I can make in terms of sprinklers. Looks like a lot. 45. That's a lot. But I do need 7, 14, 21, 23. I've got 9 lucky shekels in my pocket. Official side note, I am not expecting to water all these today. I just want them fertilized and in the ground. There's enough time in the season for these to miss a day of watering. And still be fine. You know, it's funny. I didn't even, like, think to count in terms of will 23 adequately serve 90 whatever pumpkin seeds. It turns out it'll be close. Probably not exactly, but... you know. I correctly estimated my ability of workflow for the day, so there's something. I still have 46. I might just save those until... oh my god. Might just save those until the pumpkins from the first harvest come up, or when something else comes up. Copper hoe ain't dying out here. No one's dying out here. Except my back, apparently. My back is fucking... snap, crackle, pop over here. But that's fine. Good snugs. Warm kitty snugs. Oh, the goat's ready. Pig the Pig will still take a little bit, but so is James Beach. He's also ready. Alright, so we saved the duck egg. I nearly just put it in the mail machine. It would have had a buffer because I put the large egg first, but still. that was nearly a thing that happened. And I should also... I will do this goat milk. I need large goat milk eventually. But I also need goat cheese for the artisan thing. Okay. My bountiful crops. Beautiful in their splendor. And all the watering is functioning. Alright. We only have like 3 dust sprites to go for the goal. We'll grab this thing on the way back. So let's go do that before we forget. Missed the ghost. I need to keep a watch of like the IRL world time. If I go longer than essentially like the next hour, because right now it's turning to be like 10 o'clock. If 11 o'clock rolls around or the stream has elapsed for longer than an hour and 40 minutes, you have full permission to yell at me to go to bed. Because I shouldn't be awake now, really, but dealing with this is actually psychologically productive. I will find you and threaten you personally to get you to sleep. You don't need to do that. Just a reminder will suffice. To be honest, from the distance that you and I live apart from each other, it would be a not inconsiderable feat for you to make your way over to me. Also, there's 6,000 gold, which is a nice boon. Plus whatever Clint decides to give us. Leave the mine. Okay. Am I able to make... explosive shot. Explosive ammo. Fire this with the slingshot. Got it. Iron bar and coal. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna need a lot of iron and coal. But I'm not gonna farm for it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to make money, a lot of money, and also get stuff from like the skull caverns. I was gonna call them crystal caverns for some reason. But yeah, I'll get some stuff from there. But I should actually, it requires iron bar, right? So I should actually throw my stuff in. I just need to be cognizant of like, hey, I'll need a lot of coal some of these days. And to use up some of that iron. I feel like I'm looking into chests for no reason. Like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? I think it's because that sap didn't stack. And I know that sounds like an excuse, but it might have actually been true. I might have just been like, why isn't this going anywhere? Alright, yam, jelly, 1 eggplant. We'll take 1 amaranth to Marnie. We'll take the skull. Okay. You ride. A purple grain cultivated by an ancient civilization. I will say one thing, it's gonna be super fucking fun to start clear cutting. Didn't Marnie ask for amaranth? Oh, it's with the cave carrot that she has the cutscene. Also, am I good enough friends with you to... Yes, I can get the shorts. Cool. Should also check the lady. If I get lucky, I haven't checked the lady much at all. So it'll be very lucky if she hasn't offered the red cabbage seed thus far that's guaranteed. She probably has it, I just missed it. But I'll be honest, this crystal fruit jelly, I would want to make a pot of this just to have, just to like put on the mantle. Because that metallic blue color is very, very transfixing. Just checking visually. I didn't think it was anyone's birthday. There are better ways to check, like here. Oh, I missed Jody's birthday. It's okay. I was having a mental breakdown. I'll do Abigail's tomorrow. Demetrius wants a yam. Okay, Demetrius. Okay. Demetrius is like putting out these notices, like Shadow inviting me to bring shit from the farm to his house and he'll pay triple. Also, it needs to fucking rain for fish. I haven't forgotten about that. I just need pumpkin for that. Got jelly for artisan. We'll have goat cheese by the end of the day. We'll guaranteed have pomegranate and apple from the trees. And then I guess the last thing we'll be aiming to do is make truffle oil with the pig. That's provided that it grows up and finds truffles in good enough time. And now we just need to wait for the large goat milk. And we have a plan to complete the greenhouse. Very good. Very, very good. Fish tank. Walleye. Need it raining. Tiger trout. I don't necessarily need it raining. Sandfish. I need to actually go to the desert. But it costs money. I do kind of want to keep like a seed of weeds growing. It's kind of a fucked up thing to say, but weeds spread, and I like that because it enables fiber farming from the town. See what do I want to see what plum does in a jelly? Sure. Plum jelly. Should also put this skull into the museum before it closes. I should also grab my fishing rod to see about getting a tiger trout before 7 o'clock. I feel like a lot of the I should statements I just said were like part of the robot part of the brain. Donut. Tiger trout? Yeah, alright. There's another one. Pop this in the motherfucking thing. Go, you funky little delivery boy. You can do it. You're our proudest little bean. I wish there was a mod to just have Junimos following you. I'm utterly blanking on the name, but it's like a Japanese thing. He did his first, like, small favor, or favor delivery. Whatever you want to call it. We'll bring a good yam to Demetrius because he is a friend. Alright, it's Friday. They're probably down at the saloon. Found some trash in the trash can. Oh, hello. I was gonna say, who am I friends with here? Whose cutscene is this? Oh, it's Elliot. Right, for his birthday or something. Well, the hearts we got after his birthday. 2 fine stables, please. I wonder if Gus reacts that way to being called bartender, or if it's like 2 finest ales. There you go, sir. Yeah, it's definitely bartender. Propose a toast to our health, or to our friendship. Well, this is gonna make me slow as shit going home. It's gonna make me slow as shit going in, too. It's Demetrius, right? Yeah. Yam. Should've spent a lot of time working on those gadgets first. Demetrius is my achievement-mandated new friend. Well, it's presumed that the reason that you're slower isn't because you're having an allergic reaction, it's because you're tipsy and you're, like, wobbling side to side. So you're just, like, the supreme lightweight. Oh, flash and bite red. Yeah, I can't explain that. Yeah. Maybe we should have Harvey look at it. Harvey, I'm red all over. What's it mean? You're dying. Oh. Hand me another beer. This should have worked. Yes, okay. So the first plant of cranberry seeds I just stuck in the chest. I just said, alright, we're just gonna turn these all straight away into seeds. Now I can't comment on the efficacy of the timing because I wasn't paying attention. But felt fast. That's all I can say. Abigail should be easy. In terms of, like, just give her an amethyst and she'll love it. It's raining! Hooray! Alright. Cool. Thanks for clearing out the monsters. Oh yeah. Geode Crusher. fish seem to be thriving. Very nice. We can also pick our fairy roses and slap them in a chest. Alright, so we've got 10 cranberries. By the time we pass back, we'll see if everything's hunky-dory. Also, the mod I installed... Oh, nothing to milk. Awesome. Cool. It removes the miss animation. So I can't do the, like squeak, and nothing. Just remove that. So... Very nice there. Very interesting question about whether or not you can turn roe into mayo. I mean, it is eggs. Nope. Too fancy of eggs. Goat cheese is going in for artisan. Store that. Let's store these. Okay, so we're going to pull up fish again. And we'll check our collection. Look at that, already looking better. We'll search by fall. Let's see. So the first one seems to be after salmon. Walleye, so it's after 12 p.m. in fall raining. Apparently it can also be gotten in the forest lake. So that's or the mountain lake. Forest pond as well. Perch here, second row first, is winter. After red snapper should be squid, that's also winter. After a lava eel is legend, that's spring. Sandfish and scorpion carp are desert. Mutant carp, I need the sewers. Lingcod is winter. Alright, well that seems to be hidden behind winter. And then there's the lobster and the crab, which I need to go and make real sure about. And then after wood skip... Oh, it's glacier fish after wood skip. I'm like, is that mutant carp twice? No, it's just glacier fish. Speaks for itself. Cool. So we'll go fishing after 12 minutes. I need to remember to give Abby her amethyst. Which I think all of these things are a sign that after this in-game day, I should perhaps pack it in for the night. I'm Pierre. Perfect timing. Happy birthday! And one of the corns he sold because it started to go bad. Dad couldn't bear to throw it away. Still pretty good though. I have a lot of scarecrows on my farm. Don't eat bad corn. That's bad for my business brand. Alright. Let's go reset the traps on the beach. Oh, there's a crab at least. I should go... You know what? I'll do it right now. I'm gonna grab my hoe. We'll get the one by the bus station. And I'll get the one on the beach, and then we'll pick up all the clams. Abigail eats whatever she wants, including up to 2 jars of mayonnaise every single week. Some might call it a tradition. Oh, clay and bone. Boar, bone, and clay. What's going on here? I feel like this is a bad omen. That when the rains wash up bones among the clay tide, that some shit's about to happen. The bodies are rising. Well, that's not ominous at all. Also, the Nautilus is apparently something I've donated already. It's also after 12, so I should be hunted for walleye. Oh, that's shod. Oh, there's the walleye. Nice. Cool. Winter, winter, desert, winter. Just do the traps until we get a lobster. And we're all set for fall. Let's go deliver the last of the nightfish. Our little man's up for round 2. This time, a trickier package. We stand closer. Will he not disappear? Nope, he disappears. Okay. It's only the ones, like, from the room completion that follow you. Cool there. Alright, let's just start selling stuff. Alright, so what does the bone mill do? Bone fragments, clay, and stone turns bone items into fertilizer. What do you do with those other, like, 20... Oh, here they are. You create one bone mill. And we automate it with a wooden path. I'm pretty sure this is the kind that's rigged as a connector. But let's see. Huh, guess not. Also very nice. I am actually going to spend enough time, and I'll actually pull the bones out as well. I'm going to pull another experiment as far as the connectivity of these items. We might even burn whatever the plum item is, just to prove a point. So, we have a thing here. Okay. So, it conducts through machines. So the seed maker is a node. But it doesn't matter, because as long as there's connections node to node, the thing still works. Make doubly sure that we've taken adequate care of our pets today. Looks good. And looks good. Okay. Alright. We didn't really do much today, but I'll be honest. I am so physically tired that I'm going to call it an early night. Apple tree wasn't able to grow last night. We'll find out what's going on with the apple tree. Probably just literally blocked by some weeds or something. We'll find out next time. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a good night. Stay salty, my friends.